Welcome back to the Big Ranch Show. Let's get right to it. As I see it now, the Texas government has become a Nazi regime. This video is not going to get anywhere. This video is not going to get any traction, and this video is not going to be shared in the algorithm. But if you don't like frank discussions and you don't want to see an angry person on your screen, click off now. Okay, the rest of you that are here, buckle up. Now, this channel, for years, has defended trans rights, gay rights. That's what I do. That's one of the things I do. For years, I mentioned my gender identity on a post here on YouTube a while back. Now, it may not look like it because I don't have the money to do the things I need to do, but I am trans. I do everything I can to be me. Unfortunately, money stands in the way. But I want to put that out front. What kills me is what's going on in Texas. As a child, I didn't go through this. Right? I didn't start coming to grips really until I was older on exactly what it meant to be who I am. But to see what these kids are going through in Texas right now, I can't even tell you the anger that it gives me, the rage I feel. The other day, the Texas governor basically passed an edict telling the Health and Human Services Department to start investigating families of transgender kids for child abuse. That if they're providing gender-affirming care, it is child abuse. And that these children should be ripped from their parents, kidnapped from their loving families. Does this sound familiar? If it sounds familiar to you, it's because it's happened before to the Jewish people of Germany. The Nazis went door to door looking for Jews. And that's exactly what the governor of Texas has just now told its Health and Human Services Department to do. Is to find parents who are offering gender-affirming care to their children, whether that be puberty blockers, hormones, because minors don't, in most cases, do not see surgery. Providing them gender-affirming medical care of any kind, mental health care of any kind. And the parents can be put in prison for child abuse. For loving their children, wanting their children to be happy, wanting their children to not commit suicide because they can't be who they are. As I started with, the Texas government is now a Nazi regime. At the end of the day, I don't care what happens to this channel. I don't care if YouTube bans this video. I don't care if YouTube bans my content. I don't care if YouTube deletes my damn channel. But I said what I said. The state government of Texas is a Nazi regime. And that is a hill I will die on 1,000% of the time. I sit here and I see what these kids are going through. And then, you banned them from sports in Texas. Okay. This bill did not pass through any facet of a democratic process of any kind. It failed in the state Senate. It failed in the state House. It failed to pass by democratic means. So Greg Abbott, the Fuhrer of Texas, decided he would just pass an edict. Now you see parents of trans kids trying to find a way to send their kids out of state, sometimes without their parents. You have trans people trying to flee the state of Texas. You may not think this is important, but it is. The lives of children are at stake, and Greg Abbott of Texas does not give a shit. He does not care. He does not give a damn about the lives of children. He'll make sure you have a child, but if that child turns out to be gay, lesbian, bisexual, trans, or whatever else that child may turn out to be, he doesn't care. If they're not cisgender, he doesn't care about them. He wants them to die. That is a fact. You can sit there in the comments and complain all you want and say, no, he's not like that. He is. He will not feed the children when they are born, if they're born to poor families. He will not defend their rights to exist if they are gay or transgender. He will do nothing but attack them. He is trying to now, instead of legislate them out of existence, he's trying to, executive order trans children out of existence. This is a direct attack on family values. This is a direct attack on families. This is a direct attack on children. The fact that people have not run, I don't mean walked, or been peacefully protesting to the halls of the Texas Capitol. I'm surprised they have not run through the capital of Texas. I don't generally support violence, but they sure make it hard not to. Because forget me. Forget who I am. I don't care about me. I care about these children, like the kid you see here in this picture. When I think of these children being attacked on a daily basis, their families being investigated for no reason at all, the pacifist side of me tends to start to die a little bit. Now, I'm not calling for violence, but I do think that if you are in Texas, you need to, all of you, like-minded individuals who care about these children, need to descend on the capital of Texas. You need to protest at the Capitol until this is ended. You need to protest outside his front door until this is over. You need to make sure that his life is a living hell until this is ended. If he tries to roll somewhere, stand in his way. He tries to have dinner, do not let him eat peacefully, because these children are not eating peacefully. If he's in public, let him know that he's under investigation by the citizens of Texas. Let him know that he is not going to be comfortable for as long as these children are not comfortable. You see him at Taco Bell, standing in his way of getting his food. do whatever is necessary to make sure he knows how it is to be uncomfortable in a situation. Make sure he knows how it feels to be marginalized. You would think he would know, being a disabled individual who lost his ability to walk. But since he was rich, it didn't affect him much. Because he's rich, therefore, if Texas ever started attacking disabled people in the future, he could move. So don't hurt the man. Don't harm the man. Just make sure he doesn't feel comfortable. Protest him when he's at restaurants. Protest him if he's at the grocery store. Protest him as he walks into the Capitol. Protest outside the Capitol, outside of his office. Everything within the law. Let him know that he is wrong. That these children's lives are far more important than what he's trying to tell people they are. I saw a Twitter post by the mother of this child that you see in this picture, Kai Shapley. Her mother is making plans, exit plans for her daughter, to get her daughter out of the state of Texas before she is stolen from her family. Is that okay to you? Would you be okay with someone just walking into your house and saying, your child is no longer yours because we don't like them being who they are? Or say something else. Say you're a cis hetero person in a marriage, that's great. Not in a marriage, that's great too. Whichever. Your children are cisgender. But say one of them is gay. And you're supportive of them dressing however they feel fit. Say they're a male and they just love to dress a little feminine. Maybe wearing a dress or a skirt once in a while just because, why not? What's going to stop the state government from attacking you? What's going to keep the state government from stealing your kids? If you don't stop it now, this will not end. Because if they can say that this is child abuse, then they can say your religion is child abuse, that your family values are child abuse, that what you feed your children is child abuse. That is what this is headed to. This is where it is going, and this is what's going to happen. Do you really think they're going to stop at transgender children? Stand up, Texas. Tell this Nazi that he is wrong, that he does not speak for the majority of Texans. There was something I learned in school. Basically, they came for the tradesmen, but I didn't care because I wasn't a tradesman. They came for the Jews, but I wasn't a Jew, so I didn't care. They came for the socialists, but I wasn't a socialist, so I didn't care. They came for me, and there was no one there to protect me. Now, that's just a short snippet of it. I don't remember it word for word. But you got to stand up for others. Whether it's your group of, your type of your group of people, your whatever you however you see it, or not, you need to stand up for these kids. There's a lot of things that I'm not in life. But there's one thing I'm 100% certain that these children deserve dignity and respect and love and the affirming care they need. Don't let the Nazi regime in Texas tell you they don't. Now, I don't know how to do it. I don't know anything about charities. I don't know anything about nonprofit organizations that may be able to help these people. But if you know of any organization that could help relocate these families out of Texas, please, in the comments, let me know. In the comments, let me know if you know of any organization that can help these children get out of Texas. Because it's not going to be cheap for some of them. It's not going to be affordable for most of them. Because their parents are just like the rest of you. Hardworking, that are barely making ends meet. And it's just, I don't even know what to say at this point. I am so angry. I am so enraged by what happened in Texas last week. It's disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. It's vile, and it's something Hitler would have done. So yes, as I see it, Texas is now a Nazi state. They will be coming door to door, investigating transgender children that they know of. They want teachers to out the students to them so they can be investigated. If you're a teacher and someone asks you, do you know any transgender students? The answer is no. I haven't seen one. That is your answer every time. I don't care what your religious views are. I don't care what your political views are. And for the sake of these children, if you are a public official and you were asked if you know of transgender youth, your answer is no. I haven't seen any. Period. Do not allow these children to be stolen from their families. If you are a police officer or a CPS officer or whatever that is tasked with taking these children, refuse to do the job. If you are a teacher, public official of any kind, police officer, firefighter, I don't care who you are, if they send you to take a transgender child from their loving and affirming family, refuse the job. Quit your job in protest. And I know that's going to hurt a lot of people, but you have to stand up for these children. These children and their lives matter. At the end of the day, we have to protect children. I don't understand. I don't understand this. This is madness. Attacking children? When did that become the American way? It's not the Texas I grew up in. Thank God I got out of it. But I'm sure if this passes in Texas, since this didn't pass, but this got passed by the governor in Texas, governors sit here in Georgia or in Oklahoma. It's just minutes away from doing the same thing. But this attack on children must stop. That's period. End of sentence. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with my ranting. Please share this video everywhere before YouTube decides to take it down, because I'm sure they will. But to the state of Texas, you suck. Your governor sucks. Your legislators suck. The entirety of your government is a Nazi regime. To the people of Texas, stand up against your governor. I understand you may not understand trans rights. You may not understand why somebody is trans. You may be one of those people that is confused between sex and gender. You may not understand it at all. You may not understand why a child would know that they're not a boy or they're not a girl. But this isn't about you. This isn't about how you feel. This isn't about your religious beliefs or your political beliefs. This is about the lives of children. Anyways, thank you for watching. Pray for these children. Pray for Ukraine. And good luck.